Hi BookTube. So I know we're not too far into August, and I do have a work trip coming up where I'm going to be doing some traveling where I can buy some books, but somehow I've already acquired enough to do a book haul. I went book shopping over this past weekend, and so I have a pile, a pile to share with you. I went to how many bookstores? I went to Barnes and Noble, which is like right down the street from me. Where you think I would go more often, but I don't because so many of those books are available in ebook, and I don't see the need, I guess, to purchase a new copy for full price if I can get the ebook for free at my library. So there's that. So yeah, so I went to, let's see, I'm trying to think, Barnes and Noble, and then I went to Salem, Oregon, which is about an hour away, and I went to 2 bookstores there, so that's 3, and then I went to Powell's over like the gigantic the gigantic Powell's in downtown Portland on Sunday. So 4 bookstores in 2 days. I had lots of fun. So the first book I got from Barnes and Noble, and this is the only book I got from Barnes and Noble, but it was so pretty. It was $10. It was like a Barnes and Noble exclusive. This is the Illustrated Walden, or Life in the Woods by Henry David Thoreau, and it's not just. I really like the, what are these called? Like the hardcover where it's like printed on the cover. I'm a big fan of that. And then the end pages, so pretty. And then there's like, it's just tons and tons of drawings and photos, and I just could not, like on practically every page, I could not pass this up for $10. Yeah, here we go. So yeah, I mean, I could just continue to show you the illustrations, because this is just so pretty. Let's see, does it tell me who did the illustrations at all? Somewhere on here. It's public. It's Fall River Press is the company that put this out, but it doesn't list. Maybe because there's so many different kinds of illustrations, I'm assuming it's done by multiple people. But yeah. If you have a Barnes and Noble near you, I would recommend giving their I guess Barnes and Noble exclusive shelf a look-see. At Powell's, I got MCBeth by William Shakespeare, the manga edition. It says it includes the full original text. So I read Hamlet last year for Shaketember, which is reading all things Shakespeare in September, and that's coming up. So MCBeth was one of the picks for the group pick. You don't have to read, their picks to participate in Shaketember. You can read anything, but I saw this. I was like, yeah, I have to get it, because Hamlet. I really liked reading the manga edition because you get the full text outside of their movements, but you get all of the dialogue. But it comes with all the artwork, and so you feel. I felt like I was watching an adaptation and reading it at the same time. So I wish these editions came with it had all of Shakespeare, but they don't. I have Hamlet, and then I have MCBeth, and I saw Othello on the shelf as well. I'm trying to find some more full page artwork. But I saw, let's see, the back, does it tell me? They have, I know they have at least 1 or 2 comedies. I'm trying to see, is there a list somewhere on here? Not seeing it, but I want to say there's like at least Midsummer Night's Dream as well. But he was the creation for the characters. Yeah, looking forward to getting to this one. And then I saw Wishbone. I loved this TV show as a kid. I haven't watched it since, and I didn't read the books. I don't know if I knew the books existed back then. Maybe I did. It's not necessarily ringing a bell. But this is The Treasure of Skeleton Reef by Brad Strickland and Thomas E. Fuller. I got this in particular because it's book number 1. So I was like, yeah, I have to get this one. It says, did somebody say buried treasure? The wealthy Wyndham Foundation donates the Skeleton Reef Lighthouse to the Historical Society, and Joe and Wishbone are on hand to help restore the building. But there's more to this donation than meets the eye. They soon learn that the lighthouse holds the key to incredible treasure. It also holds dark secrets that threaten Oakdale and spell danger for Wishbone. So yeah, lots of spooky. This, I feel like, would fit for October, maybe, because there's lightning and all sorts of mystery going on. speaking of mystery, I also in number one, first books in the series, Trixie Belden, The Secret of the Mansion. I read this, I want to say a couple years ago, but I was like, I saw it was like in really good condition, and the first book, and I think it was like it was $2. I was like, yeah, I have to pick this up. Is there any? Yeah, there. When I was flipping it through, I saw there is some artwork sprinkled in here, but yeah, I've only read the first book in the series, and I liked it. I've also read the first Nancy Drew. I want to say I like this more than Nancy Drew, but I need to refresh my memory and give this one a reread. And then I found Gladys Taber book for anyone who likes nature writing, and there's a couple like Gladys Taber fans on here, which is really nice. Because I know this is an author that's like pretty much out of print and doesn't get enough love, I think, for like on book tips. So it's really nice to have like fellow readers who like appreciate her as well. But this is a book all about her cat Amber, which is mentioned in several of her Still Meadow books. But I didn't even know there was a whole book on her cat. It says Amber, a very personal cat, and conversations with Amber. So there you go. Is there any pictures? There are some pictures. Oh no, some illustrations. A cat drinking out of your drink. When I don't have a cat now, I just have a dog. But yes, I remember having to like push them away, or sometimes I would just give up. Like, yeah, go if you've already like put your face in there, it's yours now. I remember that happening quite often. An American Year by Hal Borland. This is weird because you have the cover here, the dust jacket, but then I turn it over and it's the same. But then like the dust, like the flaps are. I was like, is this a mistake? But no, they're separate. So I guess this just was how the book was printed. But I really like Hal Borland's work. Gladys Taber, actually, I've read one of her books, and she mentions how she admires and looks up to him as like for his writing style, and wishes she could do the same. I would say I like both of them pretty equally. But he's a great nature writer, and I think there's also there's some pictures in here, illustrations and whatnot. This is Reflections on Gloucester. But also, when I opened this, what also sold me on it, and his books a lot of them are out of print too, but there was newspaper clippings from when this book was published way back, 1946, when this book came out, and it was reviewed by Henry Christman. But yeah, I was like, how cool is that? I love used books with random things, and this book has like one of those like stamps in there by George Fitzroy. Okay. And then I have A Frontier Lady by Sarah Royce, Recollections of the Gold Rush in Early California. And I really like these bison books. I tend to, for like the frontier, like pioneer kind of stuff, they publish quite a few books that I'm like, I end up picking up and it's like, oh, it's another bison book. I swear I could like refigure my shelf. I just organized everything. But I could probably have at least half shelf, if not a full shelf, of just the bison books if I organized it by publisher. And then the last one, because I'm not trying to go too crazy because it's only the beginning of August and we have the whole month to go. I don't want to buy too many books because I have quite a few books on my shelf to read, is My Pement, a Cape Cod Chronicle by Tom Kane. And I read the description of this and I was like, yes, I need to read this. But it's the story of a vanished small town America. Let me see here. It's in Truro, Massachusetts, which is a small seacoast town near the tip of Cape Cod. And it's following the Snow family, owner of the local petrol station, center for town gossip, and the site of Snowy's oil painting endeavors. Let's see. There was some description I really liked. Reports of shipwrecks off the coast and nefarious deeds of the moon cruisers over 50 years ago. Evokes childhood memories of the two-room Wilder school, scene of many boyhood pranks, barefoot trips to the corner drugstore, and Moxie, a much heralded soft drink, and his first attendance at the ritual backyard hog butchering in the fall. That last part I could do without. But I like the vibe that this book is giving me. Yes, I need to read this one. So that is my small, not so small book haul. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I got 8 books. That's not too bad. I went to, what did I say? Four bookstores. So basically two per bookstore. I think that's reasonable. But anyway, I'll talk to you soon. Thanks, BookTube.